what Mr. I want to see what Mr. Rev is talking about. I'm curious if he talks about other VTubers too, specifically who commented on on the on the assassination attempt. Actually, I know the big one is Tricky because Tricky is a big
Hey,
VTuber.
what's up, guys?
So when will Coach know her true colors for both? I mean, shut the fuck up. Sus VTubers. That isn't something new. Yeah, it's because the problem is like how like there's so many VTubers in the VTuber like scene, right? But the problem is that there's a lot of like bad eggs in the VTuber community. So if people who I like say things I don't like, I just be on their balls about it.
Guys are here. So we all know that Twitter is
I
an
would just for me
absolute
personally, I'd just be
cesspool.
like,
It is one
yo
of the most
man, you need to
toxic
chill,
places
bro.
on the
Like,
internet. However, over the past 24
if
hours,
I was
I
a
think
friend
it's
with
been the
a
most
VTuber that made
toxic
comments like
stretch
that, I'd be
in
like,
the
bro,
history of that
stop.
platform. Now,
Fucking
on this
delete
channel,
that
we
and
do cover
apologize
things that
now.
get a bit political, but we don't typically get too directly involved in politics.
I would get on any of
However,
my
there are
friends'
sometimes
asses or so
events
if
that
they
are
start
so
saying shit
big
like
and the
that, to be
reaction is
honest.
so widespread that it comes to areas that are very relevant to this channel,
Fighting a
like in
fifth grader for
today's
$50
case. So there
respectfully?
was
What do
an
you
event
mean?
that
What are you
happened
talking about?
yesterday, a very big one. We'll get into the
Joe?
details.
Jew?
And it got such
I can't see your
widespread
name, sorry.
reaction that
Your name is
VTubers
dark blue. I
were
can't see your
reacting
name
to
very
these
well.
events as they were unfolding. And the reaction from some VTubers are absolutely disgusting. So
Is he actually gonna show other VTubers? No way. No way.
what am I talking
I have to
about?
see. I
For
have to see.
context here, yesterday, former President Trump was holding a rally in Pennsylvania, and during that rally, he survived an assassination
Yeah, of
attempt.
course.
Now, miraculously, the bullet only grazed his ear, and the shooter was immediately dispatched. However, the very unfortunate news is that an innocent bystander had their life taken during this shooting that
Yeah,
unfolded.
unfortunately someone died.
Now, Twitter,
Yes.
being the absolute cesspool that it is, had a very
What the fuck? One job? How do you miss? They missed? Wow, dude. You want to know something? I don't know if it's a settings or something like that, but like when I open up my Twitter, right, specifically, it doesn't really show like the trending, what's trending or so. It just only shows explore, here, this thing right here. So it doesn't really tell me like my specific Twitter layout doesn't show this specific thing. So yeah.
very unhinged reaction
I just
to
wanted
this
to talk
entire
about that for a
situation,
second, so.
where here are the biggest
I don't know if it's
trending
just a settings
hashtags
thing
from
that you have to
yesterday.
change or something.
One job, how do you miss? They missed. Twitter users were most angry about the fact that the bullet didn't hit Donald Trump more clearly, obviously ending his life.
Stupid.
They were upset that
Actually
they couldn't see
fucking
their
stupid.
political
Mobile thing?
opponents
I don't know. It's
game
on PC,
ended
though.
for their opinions.
Maybe it could
That
be a
is
maybe it's a mobile
absolutely
thing, maybe.
unhinged,
Maybe it could
and
be just
as
an app.
predicted by Curry Renji here, the reaction would get into the VTubing scene as
Oh my god, dude. With VTubers getting into politics, they need to get the fuck out of there, to be honest. Everything has to be related to VTubers these days, right? Here you go. Trump assassination version. Oh god. Twitter or X has become a horrible site.
well, and
Yeah.
people just couldn't help
I wish
themselves.
Elon would
okay?
just shut it down.
As predicted,
I wish he would have
you
just
can
bought it and
see
shut it
the
down.
V-tweeters saying the awful stuff that you would expect from them, saying that they hope this will inspire other people to game end these leaders. This person encouraged
Tenchi Senpai, Trump dinked 140. Someone finish him. Wow, dude. Actual like you get no sympathy from me. You actually don't get no sympathy from me. If you're actually like being that heartless, right? If you're actually like being this heartless or so towards that situation or so, right? You have no sympathy from me if something bad happens to you, to be honest. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, to be honest.
encouraging people to finish him and things like that. I mean, some of these might actually land you in federal
avoid
prison,
people.
by
We
the
don't-
way.
we don't-
But we
we don't
also
fuck
see some
anyone.
VTubers like Dinah here saying, if I speak, and then saying, don't say anything. Well, you pretty much spoke without having to. But we also saw this
stupid.
individual once again saying, ah ha ha, I shouldn't say anything. And then 2 seconds later, sharing this image right here with the quote, try again. So once again, their impulse control is negative. It's non-existent, okay?
Dude.
They can't help themselves. They have to say these things. And you know what's really sad? If you're going to do things like this, if you're going to glorify or encourage violence against people for political views, at least say it with your chest. Like, this is pathetic. You have to actually go out of your...
I ain't gonna lie, they're being a bunch of vaginas, to be honest, They're like, oh, I don't want to say anything. Fucking, if you're gonna do it, motherfucker. Do it, you fucking pussy.
way to try to downplay what you're saying to not get in trouble on Twitter. Like, at least hold on to your beliefs and say it with your chest. Stuff like this is just embarrassing. But
Yeah.
we also saw some bigger VTubers getting in trouble over this situation, as pointed out here, and another one.
Oh my fucking dude, you come on, bro. You cannot be serious. You actually cannot be serious with me. Hey JL. Thank you for the follower stuff. Wow, dude. That's just actually like pathetic, to be honest.
Referring to this Coconuts individual who is a pretty well established streamer. Now, what did they do? Well, they were live streaming in front of 900 people.
Maybe if the left embraced guns a little more, they could actually land a shot. Shaking my head. She streamed this to like 900 people. Why are you partner open supporting assassination attempts on political figures on your platform? Oh my god, dude. You actually cannot be serious with me. Like these are your VTubers. These are people's Oshis. You want to know something? These are people who are Oshi that they watch or so on their stream. These are actual legit people. Like there actually is a fan base that actually look at these people and watch them and whatnot. And it's just fucking disgusting, to be honest.
As these events were unfolding, where Coconuts thought it would be a great idea to change the name of her stream title to They Missed Shaking My Head. And then she manually pinned a donation message basically saying they wish the shooter was a better shot. Yeah, I'm glad you let the world know.
Yeah, they are asking for
this
more
about
problems.
you that
Yeah,
has nothing
100%.
to do with your content. You've exposed yourself as this truly disgusting person who is.
Now you guys see why I don't interact with the VTuber community, because you don't know who's an actual good person, who is actually a bad person, like who's actually like really bad deep down. You know, you actually just don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know. Like just disgusting behavior. You know.
Glorifying and
Like don't get me wrong, right? I like dark humor and everything like that, but something like this, I don't mess around with, to be honest. I really don't. Like this is just
laughing at
you
this
just don't mess
violence.
around with.
And in the true stunning and brave fashion you would expect, they immediately deleted the VOD as soon as.
Ah, look at that. Look at that. You know? Yeah, like I said, like if you don't like Trump, that's fine, but don't wish death upon the guy, you know? It's just not right, you know? You just dislike him. That's it, you know? Just dislike the person and then that's it. Rev being based as usual? Yeah, because this VTuber decided to fucking poke making fun of the incident that happened or so during the Trump rally or so. It's so fucking stupid. The person actually deleted the VOD too as well. That's just hilarious. Yeah, I would stay in my own lane or gatekeep my friend group. Yeah.
their stream was over, and they noticed that on Twitter they were getting bombarded with criticism, and they've gone radio silent on Twitter since then, hoping this whole thing will just brush over.
Fucking good lord, to be honest.
However, some people are not taking the silent approach. They're pulling out the ukuleles and they're trying to apologize and get ahead of the situation for impulsive tweets they made about this situation. The main culprit here is Tricky. So this is a pretty well-established VTuber. You can see
that's the problem, right? Because Tricky is like a big indie VTuber, right? She's a big indie VTuber. This is really bad what she just did. So
around 200,000 followers on Twitter and over 400,000
hold on,
subs
I'm curious.
on YouTube.
I'm curious on something. Hold on, I'm curious on something. Let's open up her Twitter real fast. Wait, let's see here. Did she lose? Did she lose followers for that? No, she's still at 195. She's still at 195 though. Yeah. Oh, she actually lost point 0.4 actually. She lost 0.4 subscribers or so. So I mean followers, my bad, not subscribers, sorry. Yeah. It's still crazy, to be honest. I don't really follow this person, to be honest, but yeah.
Now, what did they do? Well, they threw their hat into the ring and made this now deleted tweet saying, "Remember to always shoot your shot. Surely you won't effing miss," with an angry face emoji. So clearly referring to what happened and expressing their disappointment and frustration that the shot wasn't more clear.
This is bad.
Yeah, as you can see,
this
Stunning and Brave,
just
once
makes
again,
you
they
look
deleted
so bad.
this tweet.
Very
However,
insensitive.
before they deleted it, they had a series of replies, not only emphasizing the context of what they're referring to, but also replying to this user saying, "Not the time, replace Tricky," where they replied saying, "I don't give a F. The unfollow button is right there." And
this right here, this when Tricky replied to this person right here, this was the most dumbest thing that she could have done, to be honest. Like, seriously, why are you being hostile towards someone who's like telling you being not even being number one, they're not even being hostile towards you. They're literally talking to you in a normal manner, right? And then you decided to be hostile towards one of these people for no apparent reason whatsoever. That is just completely wrong. You know, this is tasteless. This joke is tasteless. This is like a shit post, and it's a very bad shit post, to be honest. No, it really does not. No, it really does not. It makes your character look bad, to be honest. And this will always make me remember, like, oh, okay, this is that person that, like, you know, that decided to do that. Am I gonna hate him? No, I'm not gonna hate him or so, but I'm gonna be a little bit more wary around the person. You know, I'm just gonna, you know, keep my distance from them. You know, if I ever become a bigger indie VTuber, you know. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna, you know, hey, nice to meet you. It's nice meeting you, Tricky. You know, blah 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 blah. Nice to meet you. You know, my name is Nyaru. You know, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. But I'm not. I don't think I would be friends with somebody who is being so hostile towards. You know, I would assume this is a viewer. I assume question mark. I don't know if it's not a viewer or not a viewer. So, but this is just something that just the reply itself was just completely like just so insensitive to the point that it's just like, wow, why are you being hostile towards this person right here? Like, you know, it's basically like the good example or with Enviosity or so, right? When there was like two people commenting or so of like, you know, one person saying, hey, Enviosity, when are you gonna address the whole issue of the Genshin thing, right? And then he's like, he spins it into a narrative or so, saying like, oh, these two people were harassing me and stuff like that, you know. She could probably be doing that too. We don't know. We don't fucking know. I don't even fucking know too. I'm just taking a guess, you know. But at the same time, right? This here specifically, it's just bad, dude. This just makes me look bad overall. It's
Don't worry,
completely
people
bad.
found the unfollow button. In fact, a few hundred found that unfollow button. But you can see the timeline of events here. So they would delete their tweets, try to cover up their tracks, and then they would tweet this out saying, JK, just kidding, trying to make like a little silly haha of this whole situation. You can see the timeline of events here. So 15 minutes after that tweet, I made my tweet saying, at least say this with your whole chest, referring to the fact she made these tweets and deleted them. Again, just like with the previous user, like if you're going to share these beliefs that I think you genuinely hold, at least have some balls to stand by it instead of immediately deleting it the second you're hit with any criticism. Here's a very good piece of advice. If people want to go mask off and show you who they really are, listen, pay attention, observe what they're doing because they are letting you know exactly where they stand on things.
Yeah.
And she would actually reply to my tweet calling her out here. And I'm flabbergasted they thought this would work. But here's what they said. I didn't care about your reply to me per se, but I did delete it immediately after because it was in bad taste. And I educated myself about the whole situation. Impulse tweet after opening Twitter, it was absolutely a bad joke. And like I was talking about earlier, the audacity of this reply, the fact that they thought
Ah,
this was going to
jeez.
work is crazy. Either they're a narcissist or they've been living in a bubble and they're not used to controversy
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
I don't really know. But the thing
You're
is,
not
they thought they
wrong.
could come into the replies of this tweet and try to gaslight everyone into believing this is some silly misunderstanding is crazy, and nobody was
Dude.
buying it. And
I've heard of Tricky, right? Like, I'm not gonna say I've not heard of her, right? But man, dude, this does actually make you, it's just your brand, it just literally makes your brand so bad. Now at this point, right? Everyone's going to remember that this is a person who like approves someone being assassinated, you know. You know, or makes a joke or so about like, "Oh, why did you miss? Why did you miss?" You know, and all that stuff. You know, it's just kind of like, why? Why?
And honestly, I really wish they would make likes public again because I'd be very interested to see who these 343 people are liking this tweet. Because I would assume there's probably a lot of VTubers in those likes. And I think that would be
Yeah.
very eye opening to see the kinds of people supporting this message. But let's get into
Yeah.
the message itself and
Yeah.
dissect it a little bit, okay? So she starts off by saying, I didn't care. I don't care about this whole thing. Oh, you do care very much. You care enough to reply to my tweet. You care enough to
That's
make
true.
multiple tweets about this
That's true.
situation. You clearly
I bet you also $10 that Tricky also also is watching this video too. 100% I can tell that Tricky probably watched this video on her own time and she's fucking pissed.
care. And you care the most about the fact that you're getting criticism for what you tweeted. That's what you care about. You're getting backlash, and now you're scrambling to try to fix the situation. And I love this language about educating
Yeah,
yourself.
it
People
doesn't matter
always
what
say that
side
when
of,
they're in
yeah,
trouble. Oh,
this is a perfect comment right here. No matter what side of the political spectrum you're in, this was sad and unacceptable. Yeah. I read up on the guy who died, and his wife and daughters were with him when he got shot. They're probably traumatized. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, a father died. So
educated myself on the situation. What education did you need on the situation? It's very clear. The context speaks for itself, and you immediately ran to Twitter and made those tweets about the situation. How were you educated from literally 20 minutes before this
yeah,
reply was made? That's all
because
that
like
happened.
these VTubers don't need to be in politics whatsoever. Just stay out of politics. Just don't put it in your brand. Don't put it. Don't even talk about it. Don't even mention about it. Don't even bring it up. Don't even. They're here to see an anime girl, play games or sing or do some goofy stuff on stream. They want to be taken out of the reality or so. But if you're bringing in politics, real life shit into your streamer stuff, it's just kind of like at that point, it's just kind of like at least be a political streamer at least. That's a different thing if you're a political streamer, right? If you're just only talking about politics as a VTuber, right? Then that's something else. But then the problem is some of these other ones, they're not political streamers. They're just like kawaii, cute, uwu, blah 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 blah, streamers, right? But then like the moment you speak politics or whatsoever, they fucking go on a rampage or mode or so.
That was the timeline. It was like
Talking
20
about
minutes.
it,
So
disagreeing
what
and
were you
people and stuff like
educated
that.
on?
Problem is
And
the
on top of
emotions
that, we
get
see this whole
into it,
thing, this
so.
narrative that this was an impulse tweet and it was a bad joke. Now, in the VTubing scene, a lot of people are trying to support the narrative that these are all just jokes, right? Meanwhile, they're the same kinds of people who would cancel you for
Yeah, but this is a terrible shit post. It's like basically like the one from Ziox or so, right? Where he posted a very shit post or so saying the duality of men, and then fucking and then it fucking blew up like so massively in the Genshin community, because of Tectone and stuff like that. This is literally just this. She's basically like Ziox and just making a very terrible shit post, It's not even good,
for an edgy joke he made 10 years ago. So I don't really buy that. And on top of that, I don't really think these are jokes. I really don't. I think these people
are young. They're babies. Like 100%, these are babies. I bet you $10. None of these, at least some of these, are not in their like 30s whatsoever. Like 100%. Like for me, I'm like centuries old, right? Because the void is different, right? We don't really have time and days or so over there, right? So I can tell 100% we're like older than all of these people, like by miles. And seeing people act like this or so, right? They're babies. They're 100% kids. There is no question about it that every single one of this,
genuinely have this hostility in them, and
is
they
what you guys
just
have
kind of
here,
went mask off in this situation. They went mask off and
Yeah,
showed
their mask
what
goes
they
off.
really
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
And in this situation, with further context, you can see replies from earlier when she made her initial tweets, clarifying that she very much dislikes Donald Trump and Republicans, which
I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah, we probably shouldn't be advocating for someone being forcibly removed from the census, even that one, sadly. To clarify, he should definitely be rotting in federal prison. He should definitely not be made a martyr. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, she doesn't like. Yeah, she doesn't like.
by the way,
She doesn't like Donald
totally
Trump.
valid.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
is your opinion. That is your right.
Yeah.
You have every right to dislike people because of their political views or to
Yeah, that's
disagree
fine.
or have
Yeah,
a
that's
certain
fine.
set of political views. That is totally your right. But you cross the line when you start glorifying and teeing at actual violence being
Yeah.
directed at people because of their political beliefs. That's when you go too far. And when the explanation in my replies didn't work, she would add a new tweet further trying to explain the situation and apologize. So let's read it. It says this.
To be honest,
I messed up with a very poor taste tweet. I made an impulsive, stupid joke in the heat of the moment and immediately regretted it.
Yeah,
I jumped the
in the heat of the moment when your emotions was running wild or so. You probably got pissed off that like they missed Donald Trump or so. That's probably is what's happened, and then you decided to tweet this shit. So
gun, not knowing the full story of the situation, to jump on the bandwagon of missing your shot tweets, believing that no one was harmed. I have educated myself now, and I am incredibly sorry. While I'm all for a good joke, that was not one of them, and it was highly insensitive. I would never advocate for anyone getting hurt. It was a childish mistake. The JK tweet was an attempt to lighten the mood, but it made it seem even more
No, it made it
insensitive to a
worse, to be
very serious
honest.
situation. I am very sorry. The not giving a F tweet was directed at a replier, not to the situation itself. So you can see there's just more scrambling here, trying to save
It's just basically a PR move. That's just PR move right there.
face. I think it's very obvious
But
that
granted, you know, you have to do it anyway, so it's not like I hate her for doing the PR move, right? It's like saying it's the same thing for me, right? And it's like I have to say, you know, I have to apologize if I did something wrong, right? You know, but you know, I don't believe she was joking. She's fucking around and found yeah. She basically fucked around and find out. You know, if you're gonna tweet out something stupid, right? Get ready to fucking get fucking stupid answers in return. You know, you be stupid and guess you fuck around and watch what happens. You know, shit. This is why, you know, I grew up in the ghetto, you know. That's why I don't fuck around at all because when you do or so, um let's just say it's not going to end well for you. So,
they are most sorry about facing criticism for what they tweeted. I think that is very obvious, and they're doing everything in their power to try to remedy the situation because, as always, with all these sorts of VTubers making tweets like this, it in no way benefited your career. It did absolutely nothing for you, even if the tweet was largely supported. But in this case, it's backfiring and you're losing followers and subscribers as a result. And what did you gain?
did she actually lose
Absolutely
subscribers?
nothing out
Damn,
of it.
that's
You've
crazy to be
created a
honest.
massive headache for yourself. And if you look at the replies on this tweet, I mean, there's nearly 1,000 replies versus the 3,000 likes. And most of the replies are basically calling BS. They don't believe you. And they're bringing up other tweets that make it seem very clear that you knew what you were doing in that situation and
Yeah.
you only had a change in tune when people started piling
Yeah.
on the criticism. But for now, that's going to do it for this.
Can I see that real quick? Hold on. Let me do a little bonus here. Let me take a look at that. Let me take a look at some of the replies or so underneath that specific tweet. Let's see. Hold on. Let's take a look. It's at 1.5. It's at 1.5k right now. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me see. Can we see? Let me see. I think what did worse is the responded one. Yeah, we saw this one. Yeah, we saw this one. You mean this? I thought VTubers were to entertain the people and playing games, not being political. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's the one. Yep. VTubers are supposed to be here to entertain people, not talk about fucking politics. What the fuck? This apology sounds like you're about to lose all your sponsorships. Uh-huh, sure. Not sure as bad as plenty of others are taking it, I'm sure. Delete your account, please, and thank you. Translation: I got way more backlash than expected, and will now go into damage control mode. INB4, I'm actually a victim in this situation. Post that will inevitably follow this. It was a joke. Literally 80% of Twitter is doing it or done it. It's not that bad. Just relax. Probably get off of Twitter a bit to come back. It'll be fine. Seriously, I know your tweet now is about to be flooded, so I suggest muting or I get. The problem is like this person doesn't get it, right? Like I get it, you know. It's not something lightly to tread around of someone being passed away or so. Like seriously, it's just not. Luckily, the receipts can be can be posted in every tweet going forward. It was a joke. Someone literally died. You know. Yeah, someone actually died. Really, you're gonna be a cesspool with that Twitter. Yeah, like, it's like this is stupid. This is dumb. This is really dumb. Yeah, you knew Trooper got hurt, and that was the point of your joke, and your mask slipped. It's always good. It's always good when terrorist sympathizers post their true feelings. You should not have any success as what you do going forward. That was absolutely disgusting of you. I'm tired of giving forgiveness to those who never learn or have any actual morals or standards by they live by. Screw this noise. You're sick. Yeah. Even if you reply was directed towards the replier, it doesn't make it any better. What is it with VTubers thinking that they can be nasty assholes and expect people to not care? It's quite quirky. The joke was around the being nasty in replies. Arrest this potential tax. Jesus, delete your account. Yeah, yeah. I'll be honest with you. This right here. This is not cool. This is not cool. 100%. This is not cool. What Turkey did was completely unacceptable, or so. I hope that I see a couple of VTuber my friends follow her, so I can tell. There's some VTuber friends that follow her. Like I said, I'm not gonna hate him or so for following her, right? But at the end of the day, right, what Tricky did is just, yeah, that too as well. She posted it on her main account, which is like, she has her sponsorships, she has all this other shit, collabs, partners and stuff like that. It's not good. It's not good at all, to be honest. I'm gonna be very honest with you. It's not the greatest thing in the entire world, and it's just bad. It's just bad overall. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah. Like I said, be careful. Be careful who's your Oshi. You don't know what they're gonna do or so specifically when it comes to whatever these shenanigans are doing. So yeah. Anyways, that was very interesting to be taking a look at or so for this situation. This is why I just don't associate with the VTuber community. So yeah, yeah, yeah. The image for her, like now for me, right now, like the image that I know of her now is now like, oh yeah, she's that one VTuber that decided to make a joke or so on the president of former president of Donald Trump being assassinated or so. Yeah, she made that joke or so, like literally almost like day one or so. Like, come on, dude. Come on, you know this. You know this. You're a fucking big indie VTuber. Come on, dude. You know exactly what you're doing. Don't play stupid here, okay? All right? If you want to play stupid games or so, go fuck around and find out, dude. Like seriously, just go fuck around and find out. Don't play stupid, okay? All right? That's just very simple. Just don't play fucking stupid. If you're going to play fucking stupid, then go right ahead, destroy your image and just be dumb as fuck on the internet. See? This is why like I've never grew up with the internet, right? I never grew up with the internet, so I'm not this dumb. So yeah, she did. She really did fuck around to find out. Dude, if Gamer Subs actually knew what she did or so, man, dude, she'd be kissing that fucking sponsorship goodbye, to be honest. Yeah, play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna be honest with you, very disappointed. Very, very, very disappointed. You just don't do this. Just don't. Don't do this. Mind your own business. Entertain your people, and then that's it. That's literally it. You're a VTuber. Entertain your audiences. Don't don't fucking do this shit, okay? All right? It's very obvious to any of the other VTubers or so, like for all their VTubers specifically, like just don't do this. It's just something that's just not good whatsoever. So yeah. Anyways, that's just my opinion or so. Hey man, if you're a viewer of mine and you're following or watching Tricky, I'm not gonna hate you or anything like that. But just be aware, what your Oshi is commenting or so specifically. So yeah. Yeah, if you want to get political, just make a second account, and then whatever other shit. So but yeah, overall I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm just gonna just disappointed. Very disappointed in this person. Very, very, very disappointed. Disgusting behavior. Literally disgusting behavior. But anyways, you guys can comment, like and subscribe, and you guys can tell me what you guys think in the comment sections down below. And yeah, shit, man, a lot of shit is happening, and a lot of VTubers coming out speaking of their politicalness, their masks off and anything, and making like jokes on this, like, how did you biz? How did you biz? Blah blah blah. You had one job. You had one job. I'm just like, bro, that's not cool. If you hate the guy, that's fine. But, you don't wish upon death on someone ever, ever. But, anyways, yeah, that's the end of the video. Peace.